the 164th league meeting between Barcelona and Sevilla. Away to Barcelona, Sevilla have won just 6 of their 81 league games. Their last victory here, as we said, came in 2002. 24 years without winning, 19 defeats in that time, 59 goals conceded.
Laporta thinks everything is sorted, he's going to win it, we'll know at 9 o'clock. Victor Font thinks differently.
Let's take you through the 2 starting 11s. And after 19 consecutive La Liga starts, Lamine Yamal is rested today. He's on the bench. He's replaced by Rooney Bardacci.
Alex, but it's a little deceiving because 4 of those have been draws.
Yeah, that's an improvement.
Which is never easy. Ask Real Madrid about them. That's a lovely combination between Raphinha and penalty given. Marc Bernal on the receiving end of the pass, beautifully with Raphinha down the left and Cancelo bowled over.
That's a clear penalty. It's a late challenge. There's a clip on Cancelo's left foot. He wants to play the ball, but he gets slightly late to the challenge and commits
to get his 9th of this La Liga campaign and give Barcelona the early initiative. Oh, how about that for composure? Cool as you like, right down the middle.
He's all energy when he's running on the pitch, but he kept his head calm and composed for the execution of the penalty. Raphinha celebrates, committed, and look at the execution. Just a slight panenka, sending Blajodimos to his left. This is a good start for Barcelona. It's the first time that they combine down that left-hand side. Raphinha and Joao Cancelo, the secret weapon for Barcelona in these last weeks since the Portuguese rejoined the team. Marking all over the pitch.
Interesting. As Raphinha threatens to slide it through for Lewandowski. That was just a whisker away from coming off. Lewandowski would have been in the clear. Might have been offside. Also, meanwhile, connecting with Adams as Sevilla to flex a bit of attacking muscle for the first time. Suazo will be able to get the cross in. Well delivered. It's wide open was also. It was marginal.
It was too soft. Xavi Aspar to that loose ball. There was no way that also was offside.
We'll be without Koundé and Balde for a while. Thanks to Aspar getting his chance. Dani Olmo has a chance to shoot. Beaten away by Odysseus, the Greek keeper. Himself in that pocket of space. Here's Cancelo. Already played a big part. Cuts back. Oof, is there a handball there? There was a Sevilla player on the ground. I think it was Carmona. And the appeals continue as Cancelo, his opposite number, was trying to go around him. Well,
that's a tough one for the referee because it's a supporting hand. But it's a little bit outstretched. It can go anywhere. The review
yeah. He's actually going to hold play to review this, and feels at least a chance they're going to get their 2nd penalty of the game. I mean, it does strike the hand, there's no doubt about it, but are there extenuating circumstances, i.e. is that arm outstretched to break his fall? Well, it didn't take long to look at it. Penalty. To try and double Barcelona's advantage. Raphinha kept it low. Odysseus guessed the right way, but could do nothing about keeping it out.
This time Raphinha Rafinha went for power and accuracy, and that was the only way of beating Blachodimos. He guessed it the right way, but the ball had power, had pace, and beat the Greek goalkeeper. 2 goals, 2 penalties. Hansi Flick didn't even want to look at that. And it's starting to look...
Adams, it's nicely done. On to Osso as Sevilla try and spring a counter-attack here. Osso trying to return the favour to Adams. Couldn't quite squeeze it through, but a corner nonetheless. And for the Bernabeu as a remedy as Raphinha sends it in towards Rooney, and then the follow-up shot from Lewandowski.
It was a disappointing clearance by Gudel, straight into the middle, straight into Lewandowski's boot. And he hits the ball where...
It nicely. This is better for Sevilla, and they certainly have numbers forward here. Cross, though, takes a deflection, and Juan Garcia had to react.
That was a great passage of play by Sevilla. That ball, went out. Mar Bernal with Xavi Aspart and Lamine Yamal, who are still U19 players, so they could be playing the youth league.
Yep, this Gerard Martin working his way through. It was just no end product.
He's a clear favorite in this election, but Victor Font has played quite an aggressive campaign as well.
Yeah. I still can't believe how Luis Garcia doesn't get a vote. That's not right. So plenty of photograph putting their votes in today to Ter Stegen, one of those.
But he couldn't vote Ter Stegen.
Oh, that's right. They didn't have him.
Victor Font in their arguments.
So lovely exchange of passes for Barcelona. Dani Olmo late arriving, but not late to the party in terms of scoring. Olmo getting his name on the score sheet again. It was flowing stuff.
Back in La Liga, he had a moment of brilliance at St. James's Park. What a pass by Gerard Martin to Mar Bernal, drifting to the left-hand side, catching off guard Sevilla's defense. And that ball, that assist was lovely. Right at the penalty spot for Dani Olmo, coming from deeper positions, one of his specialties, opening up his hip inside of the right foot. Nothing to do for Blachodimos. 3-0.
And here they are trying to put further daylight between themselves and Sevilla. Dani Olmo on the run. Raphinha letting it go. The header down from Lewandowski at the wrong side of the post. He can't believe he missed.
Wasn't easy at all. Sprinting at full speed down the right-hand side and sending the sweet, lovely ball for Lewandowski. He gets a little bit compromised there. Juanlu is also doing his part of the job. And yet another disappointing moment for Lewandowski.
Challenging combination down the right. This time the cross, and Osso has scored, and they have changed just a little bit the complexion of the halftime team talk.
Barcelona players were mentally already in the dressing room. They were just not defending properly. Everyone gets to the ball one split second later. That allows Sevilla to build up that beautiful play. Great cross from the right-hand side by Juanlu, and kudos to Osso, who's heavily left-footed. And
fairly productive season so far. 3 goals, 4 assists. Wearing the number 11 is the Barca number 11, Raphinha. 2 home games against these opponents. This is Fermin Lopez making waves. Raphinha took a touch and then a deflected effort and then a hat-trick. We saw Lamine Yamal produce a hat-trick in their last home league game. Raphinha following suit.
Here's the move. It's Fermin's energy. Lewandowski with movement of the ball, just opening up a little bit of space for Raphinha, and then Raphinha being lucky, getting that deflection on good health and just erasing Blajo Dimos of the equation. So it's a hat-trick for Raphinha. It's a statement of Barcelona saying that they're not going to give away this game and they are ready.
Only in 14th. And under pressure again as Cancelo is released. Here's 3 against 2 for Barcelona. Cancelo may not need anyone else. Goes all the way. João Cancelo. It's a solo effort for the Portuguese international.
Great contribution by Robert Lewandowski, holding the ball, shielding the ball to opening up the space for João Cancelo. João Cancelo looks to his right, he sees Fermin, but then he thinks to himself, no, I'm going to finish this. Heads inside, clears, Gudel, back to Barcelona.
As Juque looks for some sort of salvation, but that's picked up by Juan Garcia.
Did that throwing.
More about that for a pass to Fermin Lopez, who looks to cut inside. That was Yamal's. Into the near post. Oh, an arrow. Oh, a time.
He's always a threat in the air. Ronald Araujo, that corner kick was perfectly taken by Raphinha, and Araujo closing his eyes right before the impact. That's why the header went wide.
Yeah.
Rare picture for Barcelona. Barcelona always attack on the right-hand side.
Sanchez doing the attacking for Sevilla, and Juan Garcia having to produce the save to deny Malpe.
It wasn't easy at all for Juan Garcia. The ball was...
Had too much to do today, but it was needed there. Maybe needed here. Raphinha. Nice exchange of passes. Fermin Lopez to Dani Olmo, who manages to stay on it and then goes for goal. There's Lewandowski. Yes. No. I thought he'd done it. For the Polish poacher. Looked for all the world like he'd finished this.
It was a great pass once again by Fermin. He wanted to use his...
At the Calderon, as it was then, as also delivers the cross, and there is another late reply. Well, Sevilla scored late in the first half, but is this going to count? Something a little more to smile about in their long journey home.
Ronald Araujo was out of position at the inception of the play. That reshuffled the whole defense. But yeah, what a cross by Oso. Pinpoint straight into Djibril So's head. And then great effort by Djibril So. It wasn't easy because 2 slight disconnections at the end of each half. 2 goals conceded by Barcelona.
Yeah. Makes very little difference in the final analysis, though. A little blemish defensively won't take too much away from what was a really shining and shimmering attacking day for Barcelona back at the...